Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to those of you guys on YouTube. Today we are coaching Momo. Here are the steps to submit the coach sessions for your own personal Anna coaching session. We do those for free. All the steps are here for you guys in the stream. I'm gonna leave this up for you for a few seconds so you can screenshot it. It's also available in our Discord server. So feel free to join in on our Discord server and you can submit your own Anna coaching there. You can do whatever you want there. And yeah. Secondly, I am going to be putting the replay code now to begin the coach session from Momo. And there's also a high chance that Momo actually wants to hop in voice with us and receive coaching with us. So it'll be like live coaching in a sense. I've never done live coaching before. I usually just coach the VOD itself. So it's really nice like this because this means that there might be... Okay, I'm removing this, guys, for now, okay? I'm removing the thingy-majiggy. So in a live coaching scenario, it means that he can like debate whether I can quiz him. I can pop quiz him more. I think it's gonna be a lot more enjoyable that way. And yeah, we shall begin momentarily. Yeah, exactly. You can tell me your thoughts, what your decision was at the time. Sorry if I am maybe sometimes I will be like a little bit. I may come off aggressive in some scenarios where you might do something wrong, but it's gonna be informative. I won't be aggressive, brutal. I will be informative with it, right? Don't mock a W. You're good, bro. I'm not like that. Right? It's gonna be. I'm just gonna treat you like your SR. For example, if you're diamond and you play like bronze, I might roast you. Yes, I will maybe be more aggressive with the coaching because I expect you to do like decent, you know? But if you're in the SR that you submitted your coach session with, right? Like I can be easy on you because I understand, you know? It's fine because these mistakes should happen and stuff like that, right? You get me. Uh, Also, lastly, I want to put NCS music so I don't get copyrighted, KEKW, because copyright is a pain in the dick. Alright, the new DMCA rules, it's no joke, guys, I'm serious. Oh yeah. So that's why we play NCS music, so we don't get the DMCA. Alright, everyone. Momo, whenever you're free, whenever you would like to, you can join in Duo Q1 in our Discord server. It only has 2 spots, so only me and you. No one else can join. Alright, now you guys troll and join Duo Q1 too, I swear to God. Don't be dicks, or I'm gonna have to move him to staff. Let's go ahead and put the code in first. Import. View.
Traveling to
Numbani. We'll just go ahead and press F1. Go to Momo. We're gonna see your perspective, but I will occasionally exit out from it too. I will be putting the music low so I can actually hear Momo speaking and stuff. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna hop in Duo Q1 here. Momo, can you hear us?
Yes.
My voice clear?
Oh.
My voice all good? You can hear me properly?
Yes.
Okay,
Hello.
excellent. I'm gonna put your Discord volume a bit higher.
Because I don't want to hear myself. It makes
Yeah, you can hear me twice too, so it's all convenient, right? Because you don't want to hear all that gibberish going on for too long. Right, so let's see here.
Should I introduce myself? Like,
go ahead. Tell me how long you've played Anna. Tell me.
Oh God.
What brings you to play Anna and why you submitted the coach session? Why do you want to be coached?
So how long do I play Anna? I don't know. It's like I think like 3 seasons to 4 seasons now.
Right. So if I check your profile, which I will do later on. So you've been playing since when?
since like 4 seasons ago, roughly, I think.
4 seasons ago, gotcha. So
Yeah.
you're still kind of getting the grasp of it because it takes some time to really
Actually,
be good at Ana, but
actually, I got the grasp pretty fast
that's
since
good. Let's see. I'm about to judge you on that because we're about to find
I.
out. So let's go. Yeah,
But
23-minute game.
what got me to Ana was basically I started out as playing like everything, like literally playing Bash and like everything basically in the beginning, and I fucked up my placements, got into silver, and
Gotcha.
then I got forced to play Reinhardt and fell in love with Reinhardt. Got 100 hours on Reinhardt, went from in one season to from low silver to plat with Rein. And yeah, then Sigma got released. I got frustrated playing main tank because
Gotcha.
Sigma was just molesting me and like
Okay,
and
yeah.
basically I just was like, let me try something else. And then I started playing Ana and I fell in love with Ana and since then I play Ana.
Also,
And I also
since Sigma got released, there was a lot of people that were actually like deciding whether Ana would be good because the double shield meta basically stops her from healing, but she was still good if you pick the right angles and the great positions. So even now, she's still in a very good spot. So is there anything you would like to mention, or shall we begin?
I would like to mention that this is like one of my last games in like pretty like late hours. So if I miss anything or like I would seem like a
Don't
little
worry.
bit bigger with positioning and stuff like that,
I'll tell you one thing.
it's
My style of coaching is always going to be directed towards your positioning, where your crosshair is placed at the time, what you're looking at, right? Your
yeah,
awareness level. Those things I will criticize the most. If you miss sleep darts, if you those things can be improved, right? But the one thing I will talk about is your nade usage. If you throw nade often for no reason, or if I felt like your nade is thrown and it didn't have a good effect, I will criticize those as well. So ability usage mainly.
yeah,
All
that's
right?
actually like the main problem that I have. Like I did take coaching before from other people and from friends, and obviously from my team coach that I had for my team. And they said specifically my usage for like sleeps and like nades are like I just randomly throw them out without any like specific use for them, for like any like need for them. So I guess that's like my main issue that they found, and the rest is like maybe positioning and stuff like that. But that was like the main issue that they had with my playstyle, I guess.
Excellent. All right, so can you see the stream right now? You can see your own thing, right? Or do you want
Yes.
me to screen
Yes.
share on Discord?
I mean, it's a little bit delayed from the stream, but it's okay.
I'm gonna try to screen share and see. Actually, never mind. If you say it's fine,
I
then
mean,
it's good. But
it's like 1 second behind, I think, roughly like 1 second.
oh, if it's 1 second, that's fine. Okay, yeah, because I have no delay on it, so it should be matched properly. So like right
Yeah, it's like
now,
it's
I'm
like
gonna.
one to two
Is my mouse
seconds.
on play right now?
Yeah, it's now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna start in three, two, one. Important to know that in Numbani, it's not the easiest map for Ana, so I want to see how you position specifically on this map. Usually, if you play high ground left side, it's usually one of the best spots for Ana because you have cover behind this wall here, and you have internal cover on the left doorway. So you have multiple uses of cover. You know, your team, since you have Diva and you have Sigma, I will see they will probably play top right. It's the common spot. I will see where you place here. It's not so bad you place here, but the thing is, the spot here you chose, top right, where your team is positioned, is that you can easily get booped here on the right side. So easily, in fact, just one Pharaoh boop. You don't know what they have. If they have Pharaoh here, you get booped off easily. Bull, he will boop you off. And just being here is difficult because if they do push past this doorway in high ground, they will continue pushing, and then you will be forced to retreat to a point, which leaves you vulnerable as Ana, or you will be forced to retreat indoors on the left where the mini health pack is. And if you go here, you're not healing people and you'll be forced to move to the left more, more, more. All this time you're walking, you don't have line of sight, so people might die during this movement from right side to left side. So essentially, you being here is good because you have full vision, full field of view. I'll just put my camera like this so you see the vision. Look how much vision you get here. You have vision from low ground to high ground to everywhere. It's important that if people are holding this position here, they walk back for heals. You don't have to jump around this corner and tap them for heals. They have to come back, get healed. Okay, good. And then they retreat, go back here and try to poke. And essentially, high ground is your best friend. Now tell me, is the delay good now with my explanation? If not, I will
Yeah,
put screen share.
it's okay.
It's okay? Okay.
Also, my explanation to that, why I'm playing there,
Yeah, go
like,
ahead.
especially at my elo that I play in currently, at least I felt like it. When I play in that area where you said I should play, or like where the best spot is in quotation marks, or like when a good spot is,
Yeah.
most of the time I get barely peeled there. I just get attacked and I call out like Diva on Ana or Genji on Ana. I get barely peeled, so I'm just trying to stay close to my team
Yes, peeling
because
is one of the things people ignore in the lower SRs. So you're right about that. But the thing about high ground, it's easier to go from high ground to low ground than low ground to high ground. Because in low ground to high ground, you have to go upstairs, you have to go here. In high ground, you just drop. There's no fall damage, right? So that process of falling down allows you to escape the divers that jump you. And your team has to peel for you in this situation, or you take the 1v1 and try to sleep them. But yeah, generally speaking, I get where you're coming from with the peel. But generally speaking, if you're here, your retreat path is better than your retreat path on the right side, like I explained with the internal walls here that block line of sight. That's actually worse for you, and the risk of getting booped. That's the main reason. Anything would like to say, or can I press play? I'm gonna see the. Oh shit! I accidentally went back 20 seconds. We'll just speed it up a bit forward, just to catch up to where they begin pushing. So I want to see what your priority thing is doing here. I might have skipped a little bit too far. I'm gonna go back a little bit. There we go. Attackers incoming. And I'm gonna put it on spectate overlay like this, so I'll see your position. Right now, your team is just going for small pokes at Sigma Diva. It's good. I like what you're doing here in this case scenario. Like, you're not thinking, okay, I have to go to them for healing. No, they have to come to me for healing. This is the correct way to do it. So I already like what you're doing. Your position here is actually fine. Occasionally, if they peek door, you might have to jump quick scope because this thing covers your line of sight a little bit. But generally, it's fine. Maybe you can position high ground here to be more ready, but this is not so bad. Also, I see your nade coming through, so we're gonna nade the Diva. This is fine. That's good. They went back for healing. Now, Baptiste it has to watch out for Echo, and Echo has to fly to main if she wants your healing. It's not so bad, honestly, your position right now. But when they begin pushing, I'll see what happens and what your decision are. So I'm gonna look at your perspective now and see what's going on.
I'd like to add, I'm a pretty vocal player since I come from like playing main tank, so I like to shot call if I can, and also I call out like important like abilities like fade,
Excellent.
shift,
Yes.
whatever, or positionings of people. Even though if I'm like the only one speaking, it's even if like I'm the only one basically who's speaking is like awkwardly just alone, but I just do my job as best as possible. And if I lose, I lose. I did try my best, but I just at least want to try my best, basically.
Gotcha. Excellent. That's a good mentality. So you're already starting with like you're calling out Moyer fades in this SR. Like you're already like looking to improve at the hero. So this is good. That's actually a very important call too because Moyer fade is such an easy pick usually. I'm gonna see what's happening here. They decided to push main. Now I do like the healing here that you're doing. Your position top right. You know their main for sure because of your positioning. I can see that. Nice tap on Echo. Your healing is fine, to be honest. Actually, you're playing really well so far. I like what you're doing here. You know their main, so you can. I like that you move forward because you know their main. You know you're at. You're not in risk of getting caught here, and you pay attention to low ground. This is fine.
Yeah, because I had steps there. I had like a step and like a roll, if I'm correct, or something. I had like a sound cue of the McCree, and I was like, okay, something is lower.
Nice, nice. That's excellent. Good. You paid attention to the audio cues. Guys, this is not gold, right? 2000 SR. Like you're paying attention to audio cues. No one really does that in gold, so this is good.
I mean, I played in a 3K team, so I kind of have to like.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. That's good. That's a good way to move forward here. When playing Ana. One thing about your nade here is, as soon as you saw Reinhardt, you tried to go for a nade. Obviously, most Reinhardts will try to shield it, so it still is a waste of a nade. I get what you're trying to do, though. You're trying to anti-multiple, but usually when Reinhards show up, you know he has shield for sure. He's just gonna block your nade, and now your nade's on 10 seconds. Ideally, they would push here, and then you anti them from high ground, and that will be a successful anti that might let your team possibly kill them. So I'm gonna see what happens here next. Good sleep. Okay, nice, dude. Wait, hold on a second. So you saw him fire strike, and you went for the sleep. That's actually good timing. I'm gonna go back and just see exactly how that happened. I needed fire strike, sleep. Perfect.
Yeah, it's the same like principle of like Reinhardt Shadow. Like as a Rein, like I watch a lot of tutorials. Like I absorb a lot of stuff from like Reddit everywhere, and like as a Ryan, you need to like fire. Like you can shatter when somebody fire strikes, for example, and that's like something I adapted, and I can kind of like count more or less, or like I'm like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they're gonna fire strike when they already fire strike.
Perfect. So
So
you
that's
also
like one
keep
of the
in
things.
mind of the fire strike cooldown, so you know when they might potentially fire strike again. That's actually very,
Yeah.
very good. Yes, that is excellent.
Also,
So far, this is good.
also what I can do, I don't know if it's like intentional, unintentional. I can tell already by the behavior of like Reinhardt's if they have shatter. Like I call it out like Reinhardt is gonna shatter soon or has shatter, and
Yes.
like 90% of the time they shatter like 2 seconds after. So I
Excellent.
can
Perfect.
ult track already, like at
Perfect.
least Reinhardt.
Yeah, so far so good to be honest. I haven't seen many flaws. Like you're playing better than a normal average gold player would. So far it's good. I like your way of thinking. But so far you both your nades were not used optimally. It happens though. Sometimes you miss the nade. But here they didn't have shield in that situation and we missed the nade. So a bit crucial. I think they're actually never mind. I mean, they have bubbles so they can they can just bubble and cancel the anti effect. Like here your nade would be so good with 3 people on critical. So I'm sure you already know this because from what you told me, you understand the stuff. But if,
Yeah.
like here, a nade would have been so good here. Like with 3 people, you know how fast you're gonna get nano with this nade? It's insane.
Yeah.
So occasionally we should try to be more conservative with our nade. The second nade, I don't mind it too much because they didn't have shield there and your team got 2 picks. But the first nade was the crucial one because you know Reinhardt's gonna put shield up, and I would just wait till they push up a bit more to get a really good anti. But yeah, generally not so bad. We do get like 3 picks here. They get 2 picks. That's fine. We win this fight. We win this fight because we had a really good start. Here you didn't have to nade. Okay, so far from what I can see is you're throwing nade every time it's up. Actually, it doesn't matter so much here because you already won the fight. But generally, you don't want to do this in a situation where you're equally matched with the enemy team. Say it's 5v5, 4v4. You don't want to nade a Hanzo that's pretty much he's fine with like 2 shots instead of a nade. It's no need to put the ability on cooldown when you know he's safe. But anyway, it doesn't matter so much here because you won the fight already. So, but it's something to keep in mind like later on in a 5v5 scenario or 4v4. But you already have nano on the first fight here, so I think you did a very good job with the healing. I mean, we kept people alive as much as we can.
Of recently, it's like when I reload more into cover, like basically to get more into cover because I like learned that I stand out more when I'm reloading a lot. So that was like one of the major problems that I had. So I'm trying to incorporate that a lot more into my playstyle, just to like cover myself a
Perfect.
lot more by reloading.
I'll put the in-game volume down so I can hear your voice while listening because it's a bit too loud. But this should be fine now. 15 volume. Okay, we got an anti off on right. Damn, nice anti. We got it right behind the shield. That's a very good anti. Good nano. You make people want to play aggressive after the anti.
Yeah, that's what I do a lot. Like when, for example, in Ryan, like I intentionally let my Ryan literally just like low health, and then when they push into him, I just give him nano so we can literally just
That's good
push
stuff.
onto them so they overextend for no reason.
Nice. And we got multiple picks as well. The Ryan is dead. Hanzo got a bunch of picks. Nice. Your anti literally started that fight too. It put Ryan on very low health. He wasn't able to get healed, and we got a kill on him. So actually, really good so far. I like the way you're positioned here, to be honest. The only problem is the boops, but they don't have much booping on their team at the moment, so I think you're good. Besides Junkrat boop, but honestly, you're fine. Like they're not pushing very well either, and you're getting good antis, avoiding them from pushing so far deep. Now we see McCree top right here. Oh, I think you will sleep him. Damn. Okay, perfect. We got the sleep on Deadeye, huge. We missed the nade, but it's fine. But I know what you tried to do. The intention was correct. You wanted to anti-Rhine.
Yeah.
You tried to shoot tire, good. Honestly, I would just talk about your decisions here in terms of speed. You have the speed of reaction that the average gold player does not have. So I actually really am liking this, to be honest. Like I see when you move back here, we're just gonna talk in every step you did here. See, even here, see, I watched your crosshair placement right there. See, okay, as you're backing up, Look where your crosshair is. So you're looking to the right side because you want to see, okay, maybe they'll come right side. You know, the average gold player will only look forward and keep his eyes forward. So you're looking in multiple places, alerting your team where people are. This, I'm telling you right now, I've coached multiple gold players and they don't do this. I'm just telling you right now, they don't. So this is good. We're paying attention to right side. We're looking now at main. We're making sure we, as soon as you heard, see, we heal. As soon as you heard Deadeye, you go for the sleep. That's your first instinct. You go for the sleep. You know where the sound audio cue is coming from. You know where the Deadeye is. We sleep him. Boom. Good decision. Ryan has no charge here. I know your intention with the nade here.
To be honest.
Sorry,
It's
what'd you say?
like that is one of the easiest things to sleep. Like he's literally
Exactly.
slow as fuck. It's like he's also glowing. So basically he's alerting everybody like sleep me or like shoot me.
Exactly.
So
And the fact is, the Reinhardt went main, so he was 100% vulnerable for a sleep as well, because he can't play behind shield or nothing. He went over a very ballsy high ground play here, but it didn't work out for him because you surprised him really well. And we killed Reinhardt very nicely. No self bubble on Zarya. This is good. She actually grabbed that.
I would like people like Sarah, friendly, Sarah, personal. Like I
Nice.
do like
Unfortunately, that tire cucked your team a bit. Yeah, we should just die on point.
Yeah, just died on point. I was like, yeah, just reset.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I also call like for resets and stuff like that, or like if it's like over, I just say like just die on point or just die or come back or then reset.
So
It's like one
far,
of the major scouts.
yeah. So far, I like that you died the last one too. You're not the first person to die. You're not the second person. No, you're the last one to die. That's very important, chat, as well. Always be the last one to die because you're the healer. You're so important. And I see a lot of the gold players, they die way early, and it kind of cucks the team because you lack heals. So this is fine. Right now, I'm totally digging the playstyle, just not the nades so much. That needs a bit of I think it's just mistakes. You generally might be getting good antis, but that was a good anti, for example, right there. That was good. We farmed the nano with the anti. That's good. Now we have nano for next fight. D.Va gets a nice pick on Tracer. We're 6v5. We have anti up again soon, and we're throwing a nade randomly here. Again, the nade is not needed here because they have shield up. You can hold it here a bit and wait for the shield to drop, and then you can just totally kill them. I mean, it's not obviously not your job to shoot the shield. You can just heal instead of shoot the shield. Hanzo should be maybe spamming shield more, or if you sleep him, then you can nade. Or if Ryan charges against another Ryan, they can't put shield because they both get knocked down. Obviously, you don't have a Ryan in this situation, but that's just an example of like a nade. We're gonna keep going here.
Shield and hit the wall because I thought it was close to the wall. At that second, it looked like it for me at least. So that was my process of thinking in that second. But it was like he was literally hugging the wall, but I didn't see it. I just like assumed. So that was my fault. I totally agree with that. That was really unnecessary. Unnecessary. I can't speak.
I get what you mean. You try to splash the nade off a wall behind their shield. That can work in many situations, but obviously with his position right now, that wouldn't be possible. But it's good that I saw where you threw the nade. I know you tried to get it on this wall, but since he's so close to the payload, but the intention was correct. In some maps, you can do that for some angles, yes. But the idea was correct, just not the execution, which is fine as long as you have the idea. And we managed to get multiple picks here, which is very good. That's good. We're not shooting for no reason. Good, good, good. See, your Sigma was anti. You didn't just shoot bullets randomly because obviously, guys, there's this thing called reload management. It's one of the most important things with Ana is when you reload, you can't heal. So you don't have to shoot someone that's anti. That's good. And I say that because other gold players do it. I'm basically comparing you with what the average gold player I've seen in coaching sessions do. So you're doing the opposite of them.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing reloading a lot more than I should, but
Like your
I
reload
don't
here
know.
is not bad here, like when you're reloaded here behind the bus, because like you won the fight, they need to come to you as well for healing. So it's not so bad what you're doing. Maybe in some occasions, but like you're doing fine right now. See, like here, you're not reloading. This is fine. You're prioritizing heals. Nice quick scope on Sigma. He might. Oh, nice nano. Okay, this is fine. Okay, nice. I like that you tried to hold sleep a little bit here and wait for her to blink so you can sleep her immediately. Good attempt there with the Tracer. It's good. We're healing the Sigma. You're doing a very good job. The people that are overextended right now on payload, if they want healing, they have to come back. It's not your job to push through your own Sigma and push through their Tracer just to heal D.Va. So your position here is fine. We're making sure our Sigma doesn't die. It was a good nano. Honestly, I would have probably done the same nano. I wouldn't have. Oh, never mind. You were low health, so I would have actually naded myself because Tracer was still in the back line there, and you're on 32 health. Where is
Yeah,
your healer? That is the question. Let me see where your healer. I
just
think your healer is in the front. Where? Your red team, right? No, your blue team. Your healer. Oh goodness, your healer is so deep forward. So
yeah.
he's playing in a position where he literally can't heal or appeal for you at the moment. So he's playing all the way up here, shooting at them. Baptiste should have definitely played a bit more in the back. He could like he's in such a detrimental position right now. This is their spawn, literally. They come out of here. So if I was Baptiste, I would have just went back, healed the D.Va. It's not on you. This is on him.
The tip that I can give to especially like lower ranked Annas is instead of calling me, like for example, I don't know, especially like when you say like, oh, there's a tracer on me, most of the people don't even know who you are. Like they can't connect
Yes,
the voice to a person.
exactly.
Call out a tracer on Anna, so they
Yes.
know which character they are, or like, or if somebody gets attacked, say like help Sigma, help Hog, help Ryan, whatever,
Yes,
and
this is
actually call
correct.
out the targets with characters, not yourself or like names, because most of the time people don't know your name or like who you are.
Exactly. Okay, you've definitely done your research, so this is nice actually. For a few months of playing Ana, like it's good that you know this stuff. Your nading yourself here was good, obviously, because you were low. Sadly, the tracer does kill you, but you did all you could. What I might have done differently here. Never mind. Honestly, you were 32 health. Like a few bullets are gonna kill you. I was gonna say to nade yourself with the tracer, but tracer would probably kill you regardless because you're 30 health. It doesn't take much. It's literally like shoot and melee and you're dead. Because punch does 30 damage, so you're definitely gonna die either way. But the nade is fine. Your team, your Sigma could have peeled for you and maybe absorbed bullets for you. Because he knew Tracer was still behind. She didn't just disappear, right? She's still there. And unfortunately, you do have to push forward a bit to actually heal them. If you landed that sleep, it would have been big, of course, but sleeps miss. It happens. I'm not going to criticize you on that specifically. This happens to everyone, even me. So here, it's weird because your Baptiste should be more in the back there and healing the tanks rather than where he was initially. I think we should all just die fast here and regroup. Like Tracer's behind, mowing D.Va. D.Va managed to kill Tracer, which is good. Now we all need to back fast. Oh man, I don't know about this. Your tanks might die. If your tanks die, this might suck. I think the tire wants to kill Sigma. Yeah, Sigma's gonna die here for sure. And now we're lacking a tank. That he should have what he should have done. Obviously, it's not on you, but he should have died fast so we can fast regroup at 6 because the payload's gonna be literally right there. And this is a very far spawn. Remember, in maps where it's hybrid, where you capture and then push payload, after you capture the second checkpoint is gonna make you spawn far away. This applies to King's Row, this
Yeah.
applies to Numbani. So it's very important to know that like in situations like this, just fast regroup or die fast. So that Sigma played poorly there. I'm gonna go back on your character now. It's good you're trying to touch because no one else will. Your front line's being Papega right now. Your D.Va's doing. Oh my goodness. Okay, your D.Va should have immediately went on point. I don't understand why people do this, but I really think your D.Va should have touched with you rather than try to get a pick. Like the payload's more important than getting a pick on the right side health pack. You're doing the best you can. Your decisions are fine so far, honestly. Your Rhine decided to shatter and their
That's
back
actually Deco.
line.
That's Deco. Deco just copied Ryan and decided to like just go crazy and just go
Okay,
like
okay,
tunnel
that's Echo,
vision
that's
on the
Echo.
enemy Ryan.
Okay, good, good. That's Echo. Yeah, this is fine then. He's just gonna die fast and whatever. I thought it was real Rhine. I was like, what? I was like, where
Would
was Rhine in
have
this?
copied like the enemy Ryan and just like stayed on point. It maybe contested and get like a
Yes,
huge shadow at that.
that is
So that was
exactly.
I was a little bit upset about that, but it's okay.
Yes, definitely should have touched. Like they were more concerned about picks rather than contesting payload there. So for sure. But it's not on you. We're just gonna pay attention to you mainly. But I also want to let you know that it's not your fault when it's not your fault. So you know that you're not in the wrong here. Right now we're just gonna try to heal more people in the back, in the front here. But we need to play a bit more back here. We don't have to be so close to them. You can play a bit more back, just to be a bit more safer, because there is a high ground above you, and above you someone can drop on you. I mean, they have a Reaper and a Tracer, so flanking is a super high chance that they would go from high ground here on the stairs, and then obviously they can just drop on you from behind here and kill you under bridge. Whereas if you position yourself a bit more back, actually, your position isn't so bad because you have time to regroup to them if they do flank you. So, I take it back because they have two flankers. You can actually be a bit more closer because if you put yourself too far back in a situation where they jump on you from behind, you can get to your team faster. So, you know what? It's not so bad. I take it back. This is fine, actually. With the double flankers on the enemy team, you just run to them for help. But generally, I place myself behind against if I'm not gonna get flanked so hard. They put a good grav. Nothing much really you can do here. I don't know if you had nade at the time, but I mean we could have farmed nano with the nade probably. But let me check. I think you just wanted them to die. Ah, you threw the nade on the Rhine shield. Okay, again, that nade was not needed. I see you do that often sometimes. You would throw nade, but it's not. It can have so much more value. It's maybe like the fourth time, third time, where nade could have been used far more effectively. I think that's the only thing that I've seen so far that I can criticize. Like here, you don't
I
have
don't know
nade.
why the Baptiste is like literally on the lamppost. I don't even know why he's like on top
I
of
don't
that.
know why he's
Like
there.
drop drone for us.
Absolutely. Check this out, chat. There we go. This is the flanking Baptiste, ladies and gentlemen. It is the next level strategy. Watch out for it in Overwatch 2. It's gonna be meta.
Just a
It's already
2.0.
it's already fucking meta. Here you go. This guy's creating it. Yeah, this guy has done it multiple times now as well. So this is actually really bad because like he has no LOS on you here. Like he's just playing his own game. This is really not helping. He could have got ult charges too from just healing people here. He already has ult, but in general scenarios he can get ult charges if he didn't have. Like here in this situation, obviously the one thing you could have done is just nade, not use nade on the shield, and you would have nano already. You're 91% nano anyway. You're gonna have it, but generally, if you want to farm that nano faster, the nade there would have got it already. This is just not in the current situation. This will apply to multiple scenarios in future games. But yeah, the general idea is let's not waste too many nades. D.Va went high ground position. Your position here wasn't so bad. I'm gonna see where you positioned again real quick here. So you backed off, obviously. Now we want to regroup. Let's regroup at 6. Everybody get your asses back. Baptiste is probably going to be in a still very detrimental spot. I'm surprised he hasn't suicided. He actually decided to keep staying behind. I mean, he could have died so many times there. I like your position here. We're using this wall for cover. This is good. We're peeking left, right, right, left, healing that way. This is not so bad in the position that we're in. When payload's like here, where it is at the moment. Your position allows you to be concealed, hidden. We have cover, we heal. Your position is 10 out of 10 at the moment. This is also where I position. If the payload is a bit further back and your team, like let's say, won the fights, I position behind the tree here, behind cover. I use this tree. This tree can actually block multiple shots as well as D.Va bomb. They don't have D.Va obviously, but in situations where they have D.Va, it can be used to block that. But it's good you didn't take this spot here because it's way too close to them. And we're not grouped as 6 anyway because people are coming from spawn right now. So obviously it's not the optimal position on the tree. Unless you win this fight now, you can position on this tree. So I'll just briefly tell you best spots behind this tree here on your side of the map when you exit left door. Behind this tree here. And back middle, back main, where behind cover here, where the panda spray is. Perfect. So those are the best 3 spots on this part of the map. Now we're going to go back to you. And we're going to make sure our Baptiste tries to stay alive because now if he dies, it's going to be a bit bad because you're going to be solo healing. He's just like, he used Matrix up there. He's doing solo plays. That's fine. I like what you're doing here. We're making sure, keeping the front line alive as best as we can. Oh god, the Reaper's flanking left. I wouldn't have antied Reaper because Reaper can just Wraith form and just cancel the anti. We should always nade after Reaper Wraith forms every time. I know instinctively you want to nade because it puts them more at risk, but there are some ways that it's so easy to cancel anti. That includes Zarya bubble, Reaper Wraithform. See, you even said yeah, so you already know like the main things with that. I get it. Like it's good that you have the knowledge of it, but it's just the execution mainly. But the thing is, we do force Wraithform by nading and makes
I
him
have
vulnerable.
nobody touched.
Nobody touched as well, which is actually a big feels bad, man. Like it feels like your team wants you only to touch. I don't know what it is, but it even happened back there where they wouldn't touch. Your diva was playing here, right side, shooting people. I saw her, and your Echo transformed Ryan, shattering back line here. So this is really not on you as a player. They could have touched. It's not your job to have to touch there when literally you have basically an Echo tank and a diva who could have both touched and stalled that point longer. So you probably would have got more time than 47 seconds right now, as it says up here. Probably way more seconds. But all I can say is so far, it's your nades. Your positions are fine. Honestly, you're playing really well in positioning. Like this is Diamond Plus positioning, Masters even. The positioning is good. You're playing behind cover. You're picking the right spots to heal from. You also position yourself under bridge when they have two flankers because you know you can get to your team faster that way when they do flank you. So far, it's just your nades. I don't care about the sleep. Sleep is a hard ability to land. Obviously, you're trying your best to land them. It happens. The nades are the game changer. It's what makes Ana Ana. We all know this. The nades is the most effective ability in the entire game by definition, because the nade can literally change the whole fight. So that's important to know. I'm sure you already know this as well, judging from the way you're playing. I'm gonna fast forward a bit here to see what happens
Yes,
now.
which also like how does that play that I think a little bit as well.
Goodness, I lost you. You're Mr. Lonzo and there's Striker. What am I doing? Wait, which one were you again? You
Oh,
were
I'm playing Mercy
you're
now.
you're Momo. I'm stupid. Okay, I was like, wait a second. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna see your comp and let's see what we got. We got Yo, Mercy's a very good pick here because we have Widow and we can get high ground. We should play main here because we have a lot of people that can get on top high ground like Genji, Widow, Winston. So we should definitely play main. If your team plays top left here, it's gonna be really poor. Like top left is good with Ryan Zarya with close range.
Just
So
tried to pick me up outside of my DMs. I don't know what he was doing. He was constantly doing that.
wait, who was doing what?
The Genji, he was just shurikening me and just like walking in my face. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Damage boost 3. I will carry. I will. Probably.
Basically, yeah.
That's probably it. But I like that you're damage boosting Winston when he jumps here. I personally would have damage boosted Widow here just because the high she Winston hasn't pushed yet or dived. So you can damage boost Widow in the beginning. Maybe she can get a pick here on the top left if they peek like here. She damage boost, boom. She can possibly potentially kill. Like I would damage boost Winston when he jumps in. The nano boost, not nano boost, damage boost Winston is very good choice, obviously because it's Winston. He gets free hits with that, free ult charges. So your decision to nano boost Winston is, I keep saying nano boost, dude. To damage boost Winston is good generally, but in that situation I would have damage boosted Winston, Widow. That's good. We're healing a Sigma. Your team's holding main. I'm gonna look at every decision your team makes here at main. Like right now, your Widow's just holding main. Again, we shouldn't have went top left because our comp is designed to be main. So here you could have just made the call, everyone stay main. I don't know if you told them to stay main or whatever, but they should have known that they have to stay main because you have multiple heroes here that can make full use of high ground and you can punish their Ana. I just want to see where their Ana is positioned, and I'm guessing, yeah. So she's positioning top right here. So imagine if Widow gets high ground here, and we can tag a few people like this. Like playing high ground here is really good with the team that you have. So I just want to see what's gonna happen here as a team, what your team decides. Okay, we lost him. That's a good res. It's a good res because you have the shield up. You know you're not gonna get hooked by Hog. You're fine. The shield's gonna cover you. So it's a good res. I'm gonna judge your reses as well because the reses sometimes some people in gold they will res for really bad reasons or not optimal reasons. So this was an example of a good res. That's good. We're trying to glide away from Tracer. It's good. That's good. I like what you did there. That was actually fucking 300 IQ. If you guys didn't notice, I'll let you know right now. What he did here. Okay, after the res, we'll skip forward a bit. Okay, so Tracer's hitting you. You fly up a bit. You're trying to maintain distance. Here, you jumped back because Tracer will maybe decide, okay, Mercy's gonna fall down, and then you bait her, and oh, I'll Guardian Angel back to Winston. So she might have dropped high ground behind. So that's a good way to trick her, and she actually did. Look, she's literally down here. Dude, that was actually 300 IQ. That was a good play. It's good. This is what you should do rather than just like panicking. You maintained composure, you relaxed. Okay, I can jebait her. Boom, jebated. Now she has to go back to high ground to actually start poking you. Good decision overall. You're not a gold player. You play a lot better than a gold player would. Here we heal Winston. That's good. That's good. We keep that. Nice, nice. So far, so good. The decisions are good. My only complaint is that we should really be playing main with the Widow occasionally because we have multiple people that can make use of high ground. We did get a pick on Ana. That's a good pick by Widow. But I'm not saying don't stay top left. I just want you to be sure that I'm saying that generally as a team we should be playing main because we have Winston who can jump high ground.
Like a dive kind of hybrid kind of thing.
Yeah, like they could have been here even. Like we don't know where they're positioned in the beginning. Until then we understood that they're here. But if they're here right now, high ground right side, like Winston can jump on that, Widow can tag her. But yeah, like it's good that you stood here still because your tanks need healing, obviously, right? Are you gonna damage boost Widow or are you gonna make sure the tanks are alive? It's more important the tanks stay alive. And guess what? He already has ult because of you, because of your damage boost. So it's not your fault here. It's just as a team, I think we should have played more towards main for optimal team comp because of our comp. You get more ult. That's good. That's good. Nice. We barely made it. Okay, that's fine. Your decision was not so bad here because you tried to get away from the Moira as soon as you can. I'm gonna go back a bit and just skip. I'll fast forward a bit here because we decided to go low ground here and keep Sigma damage boosted. Like here, what I would have personally done instead of damage boost Sigma in lower ground left side, we should have just went main and fly to Widow. Like in this situation here, Winston has his ult, he's pushing in, he's stalling on point, he's gonna be fine. So like right here, Winston goes main. Here, I would have just ignored this, like top Sigma off, and then boom, I will fly to Widow right here. Right here, I will fly to Widow. Fly to Widow, top her off, damage booster, whatever you gotta do, and then you're in a safe position. And then you can also heal Winston from here, and just heal him like this. And then you wouldn't have died and you wouldn't have to be on the point like this in a position where you might potentially die. You did end up dying, but it happens. But generally, I would have personally just damage boosted Widow, stay high ground right side. Not only do you have more cover, and generally they have to work harder to kill you, it also allows your Widow to get shit done. And I personally would never damage boost a Winston with ultimate. Without ultimate, it's good to damage boost him.
Yeah.
So you're like, it's good.
With the ult, it's useless. It's like it's the same like as damage like nano boosting, like an ulting Winston or ulting Sigma. It's like useless to a certain extent.
Precisely. And the reason I say that it's not good to heal or damage with Sigma here is because you have like, here, I'll just count for you from the moment we enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It takes around like, okay, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds. And this whole time, we could have had more value with damage boost by damage boosting Widow. Sorry, what?
I'm not using the full value of my damage boost that I should use. Basically, I'm just
in the beginning.
Basically, the Widow.
In the beginning, your damage boost was perfect on Winston. Like he farmed ult so well. He tasered so many people here, but obviously it's still dangerous because Winston might potentially get hooked and blasted. But it's good. We kept him alive and we gave him. It's just after that we just go to Widow. So that's all I have to say here for this part. I'll move on. Well, yeah, generally we get picked off here. Winston gets ult, and then obviously we end up dying here. But I like the decision that you decided to fly to. Even you knew that flying to Widow is the safest option because she's high ground and in cover. So you knew this was the best decision. It was the decision you should have made in the first place, really. But you knew after that that this was the spot to go, generally.
Which was like to like fly to Earth, got an angel, and if I survived, I would probably like damage booster to get like off angle picks more or less. Because they concentrated on the ulting monkey probably right now, and the Sigma because the Sigma's ulting as well right now. So Widow would have get a lot of picks with like damage boost a lot more like potential.
Exactly. I still think your team did well here. We should capture the point. Yeah, we did. We got multiple picks. It ended up working out very well, and Winston managed to throw his ultimate, which is also really, really good. And now I like this. We're damaging Widow, damage boosting Widow. She gets picked, but it's fine. You have res. Good job. It's a good choice here, damage boosting Widow, because we don't have to damage boost Winston. He's not diving right now. Nice. Immediately switch to healing on Ana when she needs it. Nice. Okay, good try. It's fine. Not your fault. Happens. Obviously, Ana could have tagged Genji here for healing as well, so it's not just you. These things happen. You healed as much as you could here. Nothing more you can do. Some things will just happen like that. Here, we don't have to Guardian Angel so close to them because remember that your beam range is so high when you're in Valkyrie. So you don't have to like Guardian Angel forward and back in that situation here because you risk getting hooked by Hog if you do that too much. So right here, like here, I understand what you tried to do, but it's fine. Like here, it's good. I like what you're doing here. Right here, we're staying in cover. We have this wall here for cover. We don't get hooked. We don't get sniped by Widow. Nothing will happen. I like this. This is fine. Right now, you're in a... Like, because you already used Valkyrie, so we have to just commit to the healing and damage boosting right now. It's not the best Valkyrie usage, basically, because we lost Genji in the beginning. But you didn't know that was going to happen because you Valkyried as soon as he died. So this shit happens. Right? It happens. The Ana should have... Also Ana's fault that she died, not your fault. Remember this. Like, I don't want you to think, oh shit, she died because I didn't heal her. No, you were doing your job. You're healing. She needs to be in cover here. She shouldn't even be on the payload, period. It's her fault she died by Junkrat. It's her fault that she would get hooked. It's her fault if she gets sniped. It's her fault there. So it's not on you. You're doing fine. We're playing behind cover.
I popped that because I mean I used that as like an engagement tool because they were like holding this kind of pin like closely. So I wanted to have like this damage boost and healing boost by using Valk just to like engage in with them.
I see what you mean. Yes. So you're trying to damage boost for like engages, but yeah. It was a good choice initially, but after that it just kind of crumbles apart because your Ana didn't even choose to hold. See here, when you were Guardian Angeling here a little bit, it was very risky because you might end up getting hooked. Like the little, see that Guardian Angel right here. So this one like puts you unnecessarily in a bad spot like randomly. It's not so bad because if we look here, right? Let's say I'm Widow. I'm gonna show you Widow's perspective right now. This is what Widow sees right now. Oh, that's your Widow. So the enemy Widow. This is what she sees. See where you are and see where she's scoping. If you moved a little bit forward, I know you're trying to cancel Guardian Angel, but it's so unnecessary, you know, because your beam range is high enough that you never have to risk something like this from happening. You never have to Guardian Angel. But if we see this, your head literally almost peeked that corner, and she could have tapped you. This is gold, so I don't know if she'll get the pick, but generally, just saying, generally, it is generally going to get you picked off in some occasions. But like right here,
I mean,
right
like
here,
just a habit that I have when I use Valk. I just try to make myself like move as best as possible with like a lot of like Guardian Angel because it's a lot harder to hit me then. But I didn't think I was in cover at that second. I didn't just realize it. I was just like,
you're right about that. You're right about that when not in cover, absolutely. But yeah, since in this situation, I understand it's a habit. But yeah, generally that's the one thing. I don't think like this advice here is gonna help you too much. Like stay behind cover and heal. Obviously, you already know this. It's just a mistake that happens in game. We all go through that. It's not the end of the world. It's not like a bronze level mistake, you know. It's just shit happens and it happened and that's it. Your Ana made a bronze mistake. That's a bronze mistake. This one I would have bashed you for it, but you know because like if Ana dies, it's not on you there. So like your decisions aren't so detrimental. But yeah, we end up losing Ana. Now we just have to regroup. The Guardian Angel you did here towards main was very dangerous when you were like Guardian Angling behind the payload, so I would have avoided that as well. It was risky because again we can keep distance there. Oh geez, where am I going? There you are. He like that Guardian Angel around here. We got an Angel close to payload, and then we go. Whoa! See that right there? When you were on Winston healing, damage Winston, you could have got picked off because we were like in the middle, and the Widow might have potentially picked you off there, and that would have staggered you. And then we have to regroup again, and we have to wait for Ana and Mercy. But now we just wait for everyone. Okay, here what you can do. I want to see what you do here. Okay, Junkrat is coming. All right, Junkrat coming. Let's see exactly what choice you. I'm gonna slow motion this. I would want to see what your decision is here. Okay, so the one thing I would have done to you. Okay, Junkrat decided to go on another target. Obviously, do you know about super jump?
Yeah, I can super jump. Yeah, I'm a perfect ego. I know how to super jump.
Okay, good. So what I would have done here is I would super jump as soon as the tire is coming. Like here, you maintain quite a bit of distance from Widow. I would have personally just super jumped up to avoid yourself from dying. I understand maybe you thought, okay, I can create some distance so the tire can only kill one person, either me or Widow. I understand that. If you super jump, as soon as you hear fire in the hole, as soon as you hear that shit, you super jump up and you can avoid that blast. Either way, he chose to go for Sigma, so it's not the end of the world. But
Yeah,
in
most of the time they go for tanks, especially in like gold healers, what I noticed. But that doesn't justify what I did. Probably should do like Guardian Angel and like super jump to a higher safe position so I don't get killed by the tire. I
Yeah,
fully understand that.
basically, in some maps, in some situations, it's good to do that. Maybe not like there's more situations that can be. It's just advice for future games as well. I mean, in this situation, one of you will die for sure. It happens, but let's say it's like four people grouped up together, and you're one of the four people grouped up and
Yeah.
four. You want to be the one to super jump up because you don't want to die with the tire. You want to make sure the tire gets as little picks as possible and you just try to heal them because if you die with them then you can't res one of them and you never know that res might come in crucial in that situation. So it's generally if it's four people you super jump for example, and then if they die you res the tank or you res the healer in whatever situation. If you have whoever died you res on whoever you think is priority for res. Usually priority for res I like to res tanks, and then I like to res my other healer if my tanks are still alive because other heal is very crucial. And yeah, in some situations, you want to res DPS and stuff like that. It just depends on who's alive and who's dead, who you choose to res. But yeah, that's a different story for another time. Overall, your decision to split isn't the worst thing in the world. But yeah, over here we get multiple people picked off. So good super jump, not super jump, good Guardian Angel here. Just because you don't want to be split off from your team too much here, we just regroup as 6. Okay, you chose to go Brig. Interesting. I want to know why. Okay, tell me on your point of view. Why
Okay.
did you choose Brig in
My
this
point of
situation?
view is that as Brig, I want to give like health packs to like my DPS, especially for like Genji and stuff, so it's a lot harder to kill them. Also, I can farm really easily, and I can basically punish a lot of people that are overextending. For example, the Hog, the Rhine. I can literally push like in Gold Eagles works a lot easier. You can like push into Rhines a lot easier and bash them, so you can set up a lot more combos with your Rhine, for example, or like with your main tank, which generally like just can punish them a lot easier
Okay, you're not
and
so
show a
wrong
lot
about
more
that.
aggression.
You're not wrong about that because Sigma will have to play around with you. I think the main person that has to play with you is Sigma, and Winston should dive their backline, creating pressure in their backline while you hold main with Sigma. Essentially, you want Reinhardt instead of Sigma, generally in that situation if you're gonna Brig. Sigma's still okay because he does have a shield, and you can poke in through their shield and get you get all charge from that. I want to see what you do with it, so that's what I'm curious about. So we're gonna find out here as Brig, your decisions. Our Widow gets picked. We're 5v6. I am worried if they have Shatter. I don't think they have Shatter. 44% on their Shatter. He hasn't farmed Shatter at all. That whole round 1 fight. Okay, we're trying to go. Okay.
I tried to bash him, so maybe I get a little more damage in, and I just like go swinging basically, but I died because yeah, nanoed Moira.
Yeah, over here, I don't know what much I can say really. It just seemed like a bad fight from the start for with how the whole fight seemed. The you know, it's like you get a sense of it, the flow of the fight. Like your diva here went in aggressive on Rhine. Let me put it on a bigger view so I can see everything from bird's eye view, and we'll see step by step. So like here we're playing. Okay, the Sigma puts a shield here. See, he puts a shield only for himself. He doesn't shield here because that shield here will allow you to be a bit more aggressive and will allow Brigit to be a bit more close range. Obviously, there is the hook you have to worry about, but the shield should block the hog hook. So that's on him. That's one mistake I see so far is that he's not using the shield correctly. He can literally control that zone. For some reason, he tried to nano blade, but he misclicked nano on Sigma. Okay, that's a mistake. It happens. Shouldn't happen as much, but if it happens often, it's usually bad. But I understand there was a mispress by Anna. So we throw the Sigma ult. Okay, here, in this exact situation, as Brigit, you're not getting much value. Because if we fly everyone up, you can't even hit them really. So we're not making use of Brig passive. So in this situation, like you can't really hit anyone. No one's really hugging you. Diva should be like playing aggressive, and Anna needs to heal the Diva. She's just kind of looking in front, trying to heal the Genji because Genji's in a critical situation. Genji is half health at the moment. Obviously, if they nanoed Genji, he would have been perfectly fine. So Anna's like in a bit of panic mode, right? So like as your priority here as Brig is to hit as many people as possible, and people need to hug you. So basically, Brigit's existence here, your team has to play around you to make this work, because obviously you have your E, which is it has charges. You can only E 3 times, right? So in a situation like this, it's so strange because the Sigma ult literally counters Brigit in a way, because obviously they will get slammed. He maybe gets a pick, but we need to make more value with the Brigit here. Like so far, no value from Brigit at the moment. So I'm gonna keep playing and see what the rest of the fight. Okay, when they drop down, Hog is vaping right now. We're getting hits on Hog. He gets stunned away from your range. We flay him, he's dead. So this is fine. But here, see, like, here I don't see like what value we're getting here. Essentially, it's just like we're holding. We're trying to get hits. It's like we're desperate to get hits to really make value of this passive. And then Anna obviously just dies in the back line. That's not entirely your fault. But in situations like this, Anna has to be good. Anna has to be super good. And she has done multiple mistakes throughout this game, but there was a mistake she did here with the nano blade, of course, and then she's trying to heal Genji and she has to heal Diva too. Like Diva, I didn't see anything from Diva. What is Diva doing? Look at her. She's Diva went for a health pack because she was not getting healed. So what Diva needs to do is hug you so you can hit more people and make use of that Brigade passive. She's not doing that. So you literally were 5v6 this game. The Diva did nothing. She's not diving the backline. She didn't go with Genji and Blade and dive their backline. None of that happened. Zero. Non-existent. There was no presence from Diva in this situation. So I really think Brigette here wasn't the greatest choice because of that reason. Because of this fight specifically. I think Brigette is really good if your team coordinates well with you. It's not the hero's fault. It's the team flow. It's the team decisions that make it work. You know what I mean? Any hero can work if you have the teamwork with it. Like in this situation, we just die alone here because we have no presence from Diva. Diva's not taking any hits. She's supposed to be taking the hits, not you. It's like we're trying too hard to get value from Brigette, but we're just not getting it.
I mean, that's how games work as well. Like, the heroes don't work, but if you put them together with teamwork, they actually work as goats, for example.
Absolutely. I just think in this situation, I think you might have been better off with either Damage Boost Widow or even Moira. Both would be fine picks here. Baptiste also good. But you get what I'm saying. Like sometimes Brig is a pick that is centered around how your team might play. And this is like one of those scenarios. This is one fight though. I want to see more of what happens. Maybe we'll have a good fight with Brig here and make it work. We will keep on continuing here. Your team's all going to die for sure. There's no way your team can push here with the amount of people we have. So we're going to full reset right now. They have Widow and Hog coming back. And now your team is going to be coming over together. Remember here, when you peeked out from spawn, you want to be careful if Widow might tag you here as you're leaving. Generally, I just sit here and wait a little bit for my shield tank, Sigma, to come over and shield. You never know. Sometimes you walk here and guess what? Widow is holding top high statue. She's peeking door spawn. Boom. You get tapped. And you never really want that to happen. She could even tap Anna right now. Look where Anna's standing. Look, from here, but you're tapped. This is actually what Diamond Widows would do. Obviously, Widow is dead, so this won't happen. Actually, I take it back. Widow's coming from spawn, and you know you killed her, so you know you're safe. Okay, I take it back. I don't know why I thought Widow was still alive. I got confused by Blue Widow, Red Widow. Anyway, this is fine then. But in normal situations, it's a dangerous spot because of enemy Widow. Normal situations. It doesn't apply to the current situation, but in other situations, Widow high ground in this situation would be dangerous. It's not so bad what you did here. We're gonna keep moving on here, and I want to see your next decisions here. I'm gonna see your playstyle here from bird eye view because as Brigit, it's not so much about aiming and mechanics. It's more about where you position and where your team is positioned to make use of the passive. So I'm gonna look at your replay like this now as Brigit. So I can see right here we're grouped up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people grouped up. Widow is doing good. She's trying to get picks from high ground. This is fine. Right now this is okay. Sigma puts a shield on the left. We now have a tire coming. We have Shatter. Okay, the tire's coming up. This might be bad. I think either you or Sigma will die. Okay, Sigma is dead. D.Va gets shattered. This is fine. It's not on you. We just reset here. We wait just a little bit. We have to be careful because Hog Hook might come up off cooldown again and he might go for the hook on you. I think you still have your shield, so you might be good on that. But your shield breaks really fast. Oh, okay. I don't know. I want to know what happens here now because you chose to stun in front. If we can really, I think you're trying to farm your ultimate because you're pretty close to ultimate
Yeah,
right now.
I just like see the fight as like not really winnable that we engaged. I'm just trying to like farm as much as possible, and then
I
just
see.
either die or go back.
In that situation, we should do it fast, like immediately decide to just go in and die because I think you might die here. I want to say, okay, you got booped away. You're fine. They could have potentially killed you here. Hog hook. If we just all went on you, instead you got booped by Junkrat. I think it was some boop that pushed you back here. Oh man, Hog almost landed a hook there. That would have been bad. D.Va decides to play aggressive. Okay, we have ult. Okay, let's see what happens here. We have ult. We have to all push in with D.Va and Sigma. We go in. We go in deep now. We go in deep. We're moving in. We have to create some nice. Okay. The D.Va ult is making people go in cover. Okay, Hog is ulting you. You forced Hog to ult you solo. This is fine, honestly. Hog got fucking wrecked with a sleep and nade. Huge. This is good, because the thing is, people sometimes don't understand. Brigit ult is so scary because it gives so much armor. So even if you force Hog to ult you alone, it's good because he's just going on you and you have a million armor.
Yeah, it's just tickling nerve. That's like ult basically.
The thing is, you made him pay attention to you, which is good, because he's not paying attention to the team, and you want that as a Brigit with all that armor on your ult and stuff like that. So this is fine. Actually, I like what you did here. Your Anna's dead because of her 5-head positioning. This is not on you, it's on her. It's not your fault. We went for a stun on Reinhardt. Widow has to get picks here as best as she can. Okay, I like what you're doing. You're making use of the Brigit passive. Beautiful job here, honestly, against the Reinhardt. Beautiful job. Because the nice thing is you can hit through Reinhardt's shield and you can get easy passive hits. Nice. I like that. That was a good usage of Briggle. See what I mean? That's why I said I want to see what you do next fight. The first fight was not optimal. That's why I wanted to keep watching because you're going to have ult. I want to see what you do with that. So overall, that was good. That was decent. Obviously, it'll be better with Reinhardt and Zarya generally with a Brig. But it's fine as long as they played next to you. And the nice thing in that fight is you made Hog ult you solo. So generally, honestly, I only have positive things to say about that. Now we have to make sure the Winston is tagged as much as possible. Nice! Beautiful! And the anti-huge! Okay, perfect so far. Nothing so bad so far on your Brig at the moment. I think you're playing her just well. Here we didn't have to boop Moira because, like, I understand you wanted to get her off payload, but she was in a very vulnerable position. Actually, let me look back at that very briefly. Cause I saw her personally as an easy pick, but I think maybe in the situation you were in, You want to boop her away from the point so she can't touch, which is
Yeah,
also
because
fine.
we're like really close to camping, and
Boop.
they waited for like a full push, as you see, like they waited for like a full push there, and like waited for the Moira
Absolutely.
to stall,
You are
and that's
correct.
why I pushed that way.
And you
So we
forced her
just
fade.
tap point.
So on top of that, you forced her to fade as well, because she would have faded on payload and stalled longer. So this is actually fine what you did. I take it back again. Good boop. Honestly, your boops are on point this game. And we also used hook and missed, so this is good. Your Widow died, we're 5v6. We already have our ultimate, look at that! We already have our ultimate. Now we can push again. Well, hopefully our Widow comes back ASAP. Obviously Widow is not going to be useful with the rally, but she can get picks off and use your rally as a distraction. Great anti. Honestly, I would probably ult here so we can play aggressive on their healers together. We got multiple picks. I think you want to use it in a 6v6 situation because you know you already got 4 picks. So that works too. I personally would have ulted to kill the healers in their back line. Ah, almost good stun there. I noticed you tried to stun Hog while he was vaping, and that would have been actually huge to cancel the vape. So, good attempt there. Good, really good. You're not just stunning for no reason. Okay, good usage here of the Brig ultimate. We're advancing. Nice, nice, nice. Not the best ult, not the worst ult. That's all I can say. It's in between. I would have used it earlier, honestly, just to push against it, so your whole team can push against their healers. There was a moment where it just felt perfect, you know? Like after an Ana naded Winston, you are so good for like a push there. Like even their Hog would have got cooked as well. Like you were destroying Hog in that situation. Like I would nano here. Hog is vaping, right? We got a kill on Winston. We got 2 picks. Out. Look how many people are next to you. This is the dream right now. Like we can ult here and just push aggressive. We will force them all to back. We will push Ana away. We will push Moira away. It would have been a good ult compared to the ult that you did, which I feel didn't get as much value as this ult would get. You have 2
Yeah.
choices. Use ult here or use ult for last fight. And in the last fight is when they come out of spawn, and then we're gonna fight them here as 6. And this is such a good ultimate because you know when you're choked, right? Let's just give you an example. You watch Tom and Jerry. It's like when Jerry is in the mouse hole, he can't leave the mouse hole. He's stuck in there. This is exactly in this situation. You're choking them. You're like, oh shit, I want to get out. Oh shit, I can't get out because Brig is in my face. This is literally like choking them in a mouse hole here. They're trying to go a touch, but you have so much presence that will like keep them away. And it's so good here on this part of the map because they're all close range. They can't create so much distance compared to on this section of the map where you can go high ground, you can go top left, you can snipe. Right? In this situation, Brig ult here, for example, wouldn't be as optimal as it would in this part. So it has a lot to do sometimes with the map design and close range encounters. There's so many maps I can talk about that makes Brig ult so good. I'll give you an example. One is here in this part of last point. And another good Brig ult would be in high ground right side here at the beginning. Imagine this Brig ult. So this is what I mean. Some maps are so good for Brig ult. This is one of them right here. If you're on defense for whatever. Look here. You know how many maces people are going to get hit by mace here? You just charge in, you push them. Bah, bah, get back, get back, get back, get back, get back. They can't. They have to go back. Oh, they have to drop for medkits here. Just an example. An example that Brig ult can be used optimally based on the map design. So like in this place here with Ana on the left and Moira here, it's really good to use Brig ult here, but it would be even better to use it in the last fight. But yeah, this is not so bad to ult here because I think your ult that you did didn't have as much value as it potentially could have had. You know what I mean? Like it's not the worst thing. That's why I said it's not so bad, but it's not so good either. It's like very average ultimate. So
Maybe it's like
can
unnecessary.
you say again? Your voice cut off a bit.
Oh yeah. What my intention was, I like already thought we had like enough picks, and they were already kind of retreating, and we threw like already ults at them with like a diva bomb and stuff. So I thought it was kind of unnecessary to just kind of pop it after it. So like just I kind of thought it was unnecessary.
Yes, it was unnecessary, but it's the ultimate that you did after it was it felt more unnecessary because it only got like a few picks. Like okay, ball dropped here, here. Here's the exact moment we rallied, right? Look how many people are
Yeah.
behind here. One, two, three, four. Right, one, two, five. Five people are behind. We only used rally to like deal here. It could have been used to like push for the last point. Like here would have been good to ult. You know, you see what I mean? Like we either ult here when there were four people close to each other, or we ult after when they're gonna exit the mouse hole, right? And then we can just choke them here. So this is just about ult usage really with Brig. It's not the end of the world, but again, it could have had so much more value. Let's play through the whole thing and see what we did here. All right, so as we rallied, we booped him away. We're making him not touch. Right, we stunned him. We're getting a few hits. Your team's generally playing pretty passive here. Sigma's playing aggressive, trying to get some picks. He did get 2 picks, which is good. So Sigma even got 2 picks. So he would have been good to rally on this next fight that happens when they start exiting spawn. So like right now, when they start leaving, your ulti would still be up in that situation. We can 100% get such a good look here. Okay, we got fire in the hole on right side high ground. Hopefully the Ash manages to get it or the Ana. So we'll see here what happens with the tire. Oh dear God, rip. That's a bummer. It happens, but Ash should have got it. Anyway, we did end up getting the points, so that's perfect.
I don't know why they didn't touch. They were like so hesitant to touch the whole time.
Oh my goodness, I think Moira faded and that wasn't counted as a touch. I want to see what happened there. How come the Moira didn't touch? Goodness, let me see that. I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit here. They're blue team, right? Yeah, they're your blue team. I keep confusing myself. Your blue team. Mora was dead. The spectator was bugged a bit. Oh no, there she is. Ah, she faded too late. Okay, that's why. Anyway, that was kind of close. That was kind of close. Overall, I think your Brig ult could have been better generally. I'm not a Brig expert. Don't get me wrong. This is just based on what I think Brigs should do. And I've played with hundreds of Brig players, so I know what will be like optimal for a Brig to do. Always close range, playing in choked corners, close angles, situations like that. Gimme?
Yeah.
Do you have anything you wish to say regarding this fight? Anything you want to add, or I can skip?
I don't want to add anything. Like just I'm like hesitant with like big ults most of the time. Like I'm kind of hesitant with that, but apart from that, I'm pretty satisfied with like that round. I would say.
I will say that your Mercy so far has been good. Your Ana is amazing, to be honest. I like the position you chose here with the stairs, with the nade and everything. It was really good. I really think you're better than the average Ana player so far. So we have to just keep it up. Overall, I think you're playing the map very well as Ana as well. Brig could have used some work. Let's see what we do here though. Now we're playing Lucio. Ooh, okay. I want to see what you do here. I hope, from what I see, you're choosing a very good position here as Lucio. We're going for. Let me see what you go for here because I don't like playing with a Lucio that plays too passive because he's a character that gets shit done with boops and you want to play very risky with him and aggressive. So I like what you're doing here. The Lucios that I don't like is when they just stay here and heal, stay here and heal. He has such low healing that we can make so much more use out of him with boops and creating opportunities. So that's what Lucio is all about. I want to see what we do with him here.
My process of thinking was basically I just spam down that choke so they have to go there somehow. So I'm just like spamming, getting like free ult charge for nothing basically because I'm probably not gonna shield it.
And the nice thing is Lucio's hitbox is really hard to hit. So even if you like just farm all charges here, it's so hard to like tap him because of your movement and strafing. So I hope from what I see here, I think you're strafing often. So I'm gonna check here. As you're hitting, it's good you have heal on and not speed boost because we're not using speed boost right now. We're just making sure if we get tagged, we heal it up. Okay, we're just getting free all charges, and now we reposition here. Okay, let's see what happens now. Let me go back to normal speed. Okay, we have speed boost. That's good, that's good. We're alternating in between. Good boop away from the point. Okay, that's good. We're booping the hog away so he can't get all the bullet pellets, and he vaped as well, and he's dead. Huge. Okay, I really like so far what you did, and your team did very well there. Overall, decent boop. Really, really good boop. We boop the hog away. It's very good to boop hog away because he needs to be close range with his bullets. Nice! We're pressuring Ana. I like what I'm looking. If I was Ana, I'd be so mad right now. Nice. Good pressure. Okay, ball's touching. We're getting as many ult charges as we can from the ball. Nice, nice, nice. I like this. This is fine. Someone's gonna die. Yeah, the Reaper died, not on you. He had to pull back, or he could have wraith farmed away. We do get the kill on ball. We're halfway through ult. Okay, I like what you're doing. I love this. You're good, Lucio, to be honest. This is good. We're pressuring the Hanzo, making sure that he's not getting free picks. Overall, I think your decisions were good here. I'll go back a little bit and explain the good moves. I haven't seen really like a bad move. The only bad move was from Reaper, who needed to peek for heals. Um, Generally, he should have peeked for heals because we're playing with Moira and Lucio, and he has to be close range with Moira and to receive healing. Like here in the position he is, he's farming ultra, but he just gets hooked, and he didn't even wraith for him, so he's dead. Over here, I like what you did here. When Hanzo takes an... First of all, the Hanzo took such a strange position, like deep inside your point. Like, what is happening here? I don't know. But it's good that you realize that. The reason I point this out is because you realized that the Hanzo position wasn't optimal. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on Hanzo. We're going to make sure we punish him. You can't... No, you can't hit my team. You're not allowed to hit my team. No. Boop. Shoot. Punch. Boom. You're not allowing him. So you make him focus you, and that's fine because you're so hard to hit to begin with because your Lucio hitbox is so small, and you're distracting Hanzo from primary targets, which is perfectly fine. So the decision to attack Hanzo here was actually the correct one. And on top of that, we're farming all charges. Here, the anti is so good against Lucio in every sense of the word. So that was a good anti by the Ana. Not much you could do because the Reaper chose a very bad decision to not Wraith Form away. He might not have had Wraith Form. He might have had it. I don't know, but that kind of was a bit crucial because we lacked Reaper, which is really good against their Hog. Reaper would shit on Hog, so it would have been huge. And they actually managed to get Nano off this, and we are all dead right now. It's just Sigma, the last one alive, and they're gonna get it here. They're in overtime. Yep. Oh dear. Okay, that's fine. I mean, he can just die and reset. He tried to touch. Not the end of the world. Your decision. Can you tell me, by the way, your decision to pick Lucio in the beginning? Tell me your point of view on it. Why did you pick Lucio here?
My decision basically was because we already had like Moira, so we had enough like group healing already. So I don't need like specifically strong healings. That's a beautiful picture.
Look at that. His fucking arms like twisting, dude. His elbow's gone. Yeah, go ahead.
But basically, my thought process is that if we like stagger point enough, I could probably like farm up my ult and.
True.
Like Lucio is one of the strongest defense ults in the game, except from Zen Trance, and I'm not that good of a Zen, so I trusted more into my Lucio, and also Lucio's a lot harder to hit, so I probably could stagger, and also we could push in a lot easier with speed boost because we have a lot of slower moving targets like Ryan, Reaper, etc., etc. So we could like literally push into them and just like overrun them with speed. That was my thought process.
Okay, that's not so bad because the thing is you only have 1 minute to defend as well, so you can even potentially. I like what you did here with the Ana when she was here at main and boss. You went for her. You know, you realize that opportunity, you go for it. Like, yeah, I'm saying this right now. It may seem obvious to a lot of players and to you that we should aggress on those heroes when they are free to aggress on. I'm saying this because the normal average gold player doesn't do this, and I've seen thousands of them. So like for gold SR, you play very well generally. So I like the decision. You definitely done your research with the characters you're playing. So now we're just gonna try to speed boost and touch, but obviously there's no time, so we just back off here. Ooh, that was close as shit. Good, good, good. Anyway, we're fine. You know, that death would have been so bad because you would have spawned so far away after they capped.
Yeah.
So it's good you managed to get away just in time. I know you tried to touch and stuff, but it's good you managed to get away from that. That was actually kind of crucial because with overtime and we're 5v6, and I mean, you're Lucio, you can come back fast, obviously.
Again, for like lower support players, again, like with Lucio, if you want to play Lucio, a lot of like good ways to play defensive Lucius, like there's like often positions where you can just spam down my choke and you get like free ult charge. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just pressing like I'm basically jumping and just pressing left mouse button to just like shoot down the choke, and I get like, I don't know, like 20% ult charge from that.
Yeah.
It's like I can just farm it basically super fast mode by just spamming, basically retreating and spamming angles basically, and keeping the angles consistent, and just farming my ult basically, but also playing defensively by doing that.
Yep. Yep. This is fine. It's good that we managed to stay alive. It's crucial because you're so close to ultimate. So we're gonna try to farm it as fast as we can. Good hits, good pokes. The dragon goes through. Ooh, nice movement. We lost Reinhardt. Oh god, we might have got hooked there. It was a bit risky here because you might have got hooked. Unless his hook was on cooldown, but I didn't hear the sound of it. The beat, okay, we managed to beat and boop the Hanzo away a bit. Honestly, perfect. Honestly, that was a beautiful beat because it allows your team not only to play aggressively, but if they have to fall back, they can fall back. It's good you farmed it really fast because honestly, that was a good setup for Reaper ult as well. Because with Reaper ult and the Lucio beat, it's very, very hard to shut him down unless you CC. Even if he gets CC'd by Hog Hook, he won't die because he can literally get so much health. So overall, very, very good. I want to see what happens next. I want to see who you pick next now. Your Lucio isn't so bad.
I pick Flash, to be honest.
Let me skip forward a bit here. I want to see who you pick.
Like mostly like every character to like a certain level, I would say. Yeah, Moira. It was Moira. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I want to see our comp and I want to see where we go. Like right now, I want to see who your other tank picks here. So we have Ryan, we have Zarya. We should play top left. Top left is so good here because not only do you have Lucio, but you also have Moira who can literally throw a ball and heal everyone in a very small corner. It's that corner that I was talking about with the Brigalt. Like here, Moira ult is so good here. You can farm so much ult. You can't necessarily right click the enemy, so you're gonna basically farm ult charges here with your healing orb and left clicks. You have to be careful with the management of your healing juice here. If you use it too much, you can't really right click people in this corner, but that's why you want to manage it with heal orb and stuff. And
Yeah, actually a lot better with my managing of like healing. But sometimes I still run out because people, especially tanks, would think when they have more, like, let's go full like W, just W, W, and
yeah,
when I'm low, I'm just W still, and I'm like thinking, oh no, my juice is low, and I'm telling like I can't heal you, and they're like, oh, I guess I die, and I die as well. So
exactly. So, yeah, it really is a good tank can literally make the biggest difference in the world. Like it's very important. So we chose to go bottom left here. So let's see what happens. This is very, very weird because if they hold high ground right side, what are we gonna do really here? We're playing like a close range kind of team comp, right? We have Ryan Zari, we have Lucio Moira.
yes,
Like here, okay, they have a turret top right. They have high ground Junkrat. So literally, all Junkrat has to do is just spam nades from here, and not many people can get to him because we're playing Ryan Zarya. We're playing Lucio can potentially be able to do something against the Junkrats. If Anna drops, I'm gonna laugh so hard. This would be the worst decision the Anna will do in her life. So hopefully the Anna does not drop. Yeah, she did drop. This is bad. Okay, okay. So literally, if Anna just stayed high ground, she can just keep people healed from this side or move a bit more here and heal from this side. Like she's basically above you. You know, she can anti the whole team from here. Literally, like it's a perfect anti setup. So she made a very poor decision here. I want to see what happens next. We're Okay, we're going a nice position. Okay, we're playing left stairs. That's good. You're not necessarily always going to be relying on the Ryan shield because Ryan might drop his shield. And he did. As soon as I said that. He did drop shield to fire strike. So it's good we're holding in a position where we can use the wall natural cover. Okay, so we're holding. Nice, nice. Okay, the Junkrat decides to just drop on top of your heads. This guy is literally a kamikaze monster. I don't know what he's doing. He could literally just stay up there and spam nades. So very, very weird position by him there. Oh, he did manage to get the boop off. No way. Oh, that's crucial
it's like so
because
sad.
that's so unfortunate. That sucks. Yeah, he could have just stayed high ground and done that, but he look at him. Oh my goodness, he just went all in on that. That sucks. That sucks because now we're in a situation where We have 1 minute 15. So right now, if we stagger too long, it might be bad. Like if we just keep fighting on point for too long. So I want to see. They have to die fast. Like McCree needs to drop right now and die. Come on, McCree, please. God, this is making me so anxious right now. He needs to die right now because this is bad. They're really heavily staggered right now. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Dude, you could. Oh no. Okay, you have 50 seconds. They had to die fast instead of like stall there. Now, I don't know. Now they're going left. Zarya is like here now, and not waiting for Ryan. We need to be S6. We don't have much time left. We have to make sure this last fight goes S6. So he needs to back off a bit. Good, good. Okay, we're backing off. Okay, so we're actually choosing to go left flank here as Ryan, Zarya, Moira, Reaper. Like we're very close range orientated. Like the only problem I have with this is that if they play high ground, we can't make use of the picks. Like Reaper will have to flank or something. Reaper has to flank behind them, make sure the high ground is. If Reaper can go here and force people to drop from high ground, like the Torb is gonna reposition here, I think, to high ground. Yeah, he is. He's going high ground left side. He's repositioning there. Junkrat going back to his original place. Oh, he decided to drop. Like so, we're all going right side. They realize we're all going right side. They're gonna reposition directly on point. The enemy Ana positioning is not good right now. God, just chilling on point. She should be high ground, especially against your team comp. If she stays high ground, we can heal multiple people. Oh boy, this is gonna be. Oh god, all right. I don't know what's gonna happen here. This is gonna be the last most intense 20 seconds of my life. All right, here we go. We got the ulti.
Yeah, I'm just counter ulting. I'm just like hopefully trying to keep up my pings and everything.
That was
And
such
Vine
a
just
good bubble.
ins completely.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good that you managed to get ult here as well. The nice thing is Moira gets ult really fast, so it's good that you managed to get it here for this fight. I like that you're trying to right-click the hog here to get some heal juice. Ideally, what I would have done if I were you here is I would wait the 4 seconds of your E and then throw it out with the ultimate. So like E.
I know that part.
Oh, you know that. Okay.
I forget that a lot of times. I'm like just trying to keep my team alive because most of the time it's like a time management. I have to like react in 1 second, and I'm not
I
thinking
get you.
about that in that second.
Okay, good, Lucio. We really need it. The problem here is the Torbjorn is just for like doing whatever he wants here. Like he's literally untouched. No one can do anything about him right now, which is really the McCree needs to be hitting him, poking him. I don't know if he is. I'm gonna check his cam. I hope he is. Okay, he's deciding to shoot turret. Oh God, McCree, you gotta hit him. Oh dear. Okay, this might be bad because he's low health now. I want to look back at you. Okay, that's good. Wow, you're ballsy. I like this. Okay, I
Yeah,
think.
I was like just trying to like get attention
Ah,
so my
damn.
team can clean up the rest.
We got a
But
hammer
I was just,
down. Oh
just
no,
bullshit.
I think you're gonna lose here.
Yeah, we lost that one.
No, fucking rip. You know what pissed me off the most was that your McCree and Lucio actually wasted a lot of time when they were high ground right side here. They should have just died on point quickly and regroup as 6 because I also don't like the decision that as a team we decided all to go on the left side here because this is a very small focus centered place for Junkrat. It's so good for Junkrat. What we needed to do, all right, we needed someone to take high ground because they have a Torb. Right? If we're playing Ryan Zarya, right? We're playing close range stuff and Reaper. We need to be close range to people. And their Ana is Pepega. She's playing on point. She should be up here, so she's harder to catch and harder to die from all of you guys. So if she literally was up here, this would have been more difficult. And their Junkrat can just spam nades on the choke point here. Look how small this corner is, right? This is so easy for Junkrat nade, Junkrat trap. He can literally put a trap here as well, which he has. He has the trap right here in this doorway, and a landmine right there. He can literally just do whatever he wants. This is Junkrat territory right now. So we're walking into his trap basically as a team, not as you, as just as a team. This decision was really not the best, considering Torbjorn's getting free picks. I'm not sure what Reaper is doing here. Reaper went high ground. And he managed to actually get wrecked. Oh dear. Reaper retreats with Wraith form. We managed to heal the Reaper. Good beat. And then I'm just looking at Reaper right now. He's anti. He's molten core. Yeah, Torbjorn's doing whatever he wants up there. I understand he tried to teleport and kill him, but it really didn't work out very well for you here. I understand your decision here to go on the healers. It's not the worst thing because you're drawing attention to yourself. However, there's one thing that you did.
I abandoned my team.
One thing. Well, sorry, what did you say?
Abandoned my team. Like I could stay with my team and maybe staggered out the team fight a lot more and maybe get like a big while being safe with my team.
I will say yes and no because Lucio Beat is very effective in the time frame right now. Like right now, Lucio Beat's really good, so you don't necessarily have to focus on heals. What I would have done differently though is I wouldn't fade into them like you did here. I would go up to them and pressure them, right? Draw attention to yourself so that they can't heal their team, right? And then I will use fade to go back because during that time, Lucio Beat is keeping your team alive. And during this time, you can use that to pressure, 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 fade back, continue healing, right? So like it's not bad. Your decision wasn't the worst. The hog hook was also used here, so he can't hook you while you're here. Um, Also, there was molten core shit all over the ground. I mean, you have to stand in spots where it wouldn't be there. Your decision wasn't the worst to attack the healers. They get a nana boost off. But yeah, I would have just saved the fade really instead of fade in because once you fade in, you can't fade out. It's just like this, like it's gone. Honestly, generally your playstyle is better than the average gold player. That's what I can say from this coaching session. I don't know if this helped you as much. Did it help you? Because I feel like you're knowledgeable with some of the aspects of the game, but generally, do you feel this coaching session has opened your eyes in some way or helped you in any way?
Yeah, some small like little decision making things that I didn't think of that needed to be retold to me, I guess, a certain way. And some smaller things like for example Guardian Angel meet pressing like Guardian Angel while ulting that almost got like me picked off. Maybe calling positioning a little bit more so we go high ground, for example. I maybe need to be more vocal about that because the positioning was kinda like out of there. Maybe fading not into the enemy, like it just told me it's not maybe that good.
You know, you could
Yeah,
have, one thing you could have done is shock all the shit out of your team here when they all decide to go low ground left side. I know it's so easy for me to say this stuff while I'm watching a replay, right? It's like different when you're in the moment because I've been there. I'm in the moment and I think this is the right decision. This is in my head. I'm thinking this way right now. And then I look at the replay and I realize the mistake, right? Maybe in this time you thought it was okay. This is in the moment. This is the right decision. But if we really think about it, with Tor playing high ground and our Reaper, and like we have to play close range, like we really had to deal with the high ground situation with Tor. Reaper just gets wrecked, and I don't know, it just didn't feel right to play on the left side against a Junkrat who can spam nades, and it's just a very weird situation to be in as a whole because they have high ground control of this area. We have to make sure we maintain high ground control and then we can shit on them in low ground. That's the idea, right? So what I think we should have done as a team, here's what you do. McCree Lucio dies. Okay, we regroup. They have to die fast. Regroup S6. Move like this. Shield here. Move to the left. Up the stairs. Now we have high ground control. Look at that. All we had to do was walk here. Guess what? They're all down here. And guess what? Just by being up here, we force Junkrat to either drop or spam shit here and hopefully end up getting caught because they're all playing low ground at the time. Like if we just maintain high ground control, we can see everything from here. McCree can shoot the tire. McCree can shoot the turret. He can shoot Torb. He can force Torb to drop. Oh, guess what? Now that he dropped, he can't go back to high ground. Because to go high ground, he has to go all this way to go high ground. So he's not going to do that, right? Because it takes a lot of time to get high ground. And by the time you try to take high ground, your team might die. So if we just maintain high ground and force people off, right? You get down, you get down, you get down. Now everyone's down here. Okay, let's go down. We jump down from here, boom, we have close range, we have the point blank distance, we have the advantage. This is good for us. We have Moira, we have Ryan, we have Zarya. We want this fight. So that's the idea really of this comp, is that we need to make sure the high ground's under control so that they can't spam us so much. Like you know how much Torb did so much work up here? Like just
yeah,
one guy with molten core and getting free hits. He dropped McCree on super low health. McCree is hitting the turret from this distance, right? You know how dangerous this is? Being here and hitting the turret when there's a million people around you. It's like he's focused on that one thing, but everyone else is around him. What if he gets hooked? Then the turret won't go down. If he literally stays up here behind cover or something and shoots peek right shoot, if we just generally had high ground cover as a team, we could have won. And you could have shotcalled the shit out of that, basically. Not just you, the whole team could have decided this, really. Maybe at the time you guys all thought this might be right, but generally speaking, high ground control is really, really good on point A because it's really OP to have high ground. I mean, how many times do you see a Hanzo Widow peeking from here, shooting high ground and going back? You always see that. It always happens because high ground is so effective. I will say in this entire coaching session, the best thing that I've seen from you is your Ana positions. They are very, very optimal. Your decisions are good. Your nades need the most work.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to add. Like my names need to be more thoughtful to a certain extent. I just like bonusly throw them sometimes just on shields and stuff like that. I need to like think about them more a little bit.
I'm gonna open up Paint and tell you each hero good things you did and bad things through this entire coach session very briefly. Ana, number one, good things. One, your positioning was optimal. All right, so I'm just gonna optimal. Number two, you are contesting payload when your tanks should. 100%. That is the thing you should be doing anyway because no one else would do it. You're literally doing the team a favor by you being the one to touch when they should be touching. It shouldn't happen. First of all, the tank should be the one to do it. But you understand the situation. You know they're not doing it, so you do it. Sometimes life is rough. You gotta do shit yourself. You know, it's just the way life is. All right. These are two great things you did with Ana. All right. I think Ana, bad things. Your Nate. Optimal usage, right? We don't have to nade for no reason. Sometimes we need the Ryan when he puts shield up. Like I think your nades could have been so much more OP. Like you could have got, there was one point where you could have got multiple anti. It could have literally changed the game for you as Ana with multiple scenarios where it could have been used optimally, especially the one at point A defense when you were defending, like with the Rhine. That would have been big because they're all in a closed area. They're all together, and we could just anti the shit out of those guys. So that's the thing with Ana. And then I can tell you that your Brig good things. Your Brigette, generally, actually, we'll talk about Mercy because I play a lot of Mercy too. The good things is, number one, Super Jump, Happy Face. Number two, I mean, you gotta know Super Jump. It's actually one of the best mechanics on Mercy, and I don't know if it's intentional by Blizzard, but it's a very good mechanic that simply allows you to maintain high ground and almost instantly, like literally just be flying over. So Super Jump, which is every Mercy player, no excuses. Even if you're bronze, chat. Even if you're bronze, you have to know Super Jump on Mercy. It's OP. Okay. What else did you do very good? Maintaining cover while Valkyrie / healing. That's a very good thing that you're doing. You're maintaining cover. Um, Obviously, we don't have to Guardian Angel to peek randomly. You have the highest range. So that's the one thing I'm going to talk about. Bad things. Guardian Angel for no real reason while in Valkyrie. That's one of the bad things that you did. And what else was it? I think that's really the main thing, is that we don't have to peek for no reason. And yeah, damage boosting Winston.
Targets, yeah. Target choice.
Damage boosting, or rather flying to Widow at main when Winston is in ult form on point. That's what I'm going to say, because you could have just went to main, the part where Winston went in. We don't have to. We can just fly to Widow, we'll be safe, and we're damage boosting her. So in that game specifically. So that's one, and that's two. Generally, I think you're decent with Mercy. I think your best was Ana, honestly. Your Ana's very good. I will say that you're doing fine with her. Your nades are the only thing that I see that could have been. Obviously, sleeps can always need practice. It happens. You miss sleeps. It's life. That shit happens. but it's not the reason why you lost. You know, one sleep is not gonna make the whole world change. The nade will make the whole world change. Trust me on that. One nade will literally change the fight in an instant. That's why I will emphasize this as being the one thing you could improve on. Just general usage of that. So these are the Mercy bad things. Who else did you play? You played Moira. Moira, good things. Managing heal juice. I saw you trying to right click often. Managing heal juice consistently as possible, which is good because that's what you should do. You should never hold left click for too long, so you know about just being efficient with the healing.
Yeah,
What
it's like healing over time, so I don't constantly have to spam it when they're like missing 10 HP.
exactly? And the more bad thing is your fade aggressively with no way to pull back. So sometimes, obviously, whenever you fade aggressively, you'll never have a way to retreat. So when you play the aggressive on those healers, you have no way to retreat. You have no way to pull back. So sometimes being aggressive is good because here's the thing, right? Right here, I'm gonna open up Paint again. I'll give you an example, okay? A brief example. What? Okay, so the Moira. This is gonna be very bad drawing, okay? This is Reinhardt with a giant hammer, okay? He's holding the thing. He has Shatter. He has Shatter. You're Moira.
Yeah.
And Moira always has a grumpy face, so I'm gonna make her grumpy. Okay, you're doing your thing. You're right clicking. Right click, right click, right click, right click on the Rhine. Now I want you pop quiz, okay? Is this good or bad if you're right clicking Reinhardt like this and your team is in the back? Okay, this is your team. Now I want you to think about this before you answer. Is this good or bad? Rhine has Shatter, you're poking right click. Tell me, what are your thoughts? Is this bad or good?
Bad when I don't have fade. If I have fade and have the time to react, I could fade out of the shatter. But if I don't have fade and don't have the reaction time, I probably shouldn't do that because I'm over aggressing.
That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Perfect. The thing is, as Moira, you can use Fade to force stupid people to shatter because you're baiting like, hey asshole, fade me, shatter me, shatter me, shatter me, shatter me, and then you wait for him to shatter you. Boom, fade. Bye bye shatter. His ultimate's gone. You cancel it. You effectively canceled the shatter by literally just pretending that you're not that you're stupid. You're pretending you're stupid and then boom, his shadow's gone. So that's one thing you can do with Moira is that you can effectively just be annoying. Right click, right click, right click. He shatters, boom, shatter gone. We fade away. So this is an example I'm talking about here. That the reason I bring this up is because when we talk about Moira bad things, right? This is the bad thing is you fade aggressively with no way to pull back. Is that it allows you to have situations like this when your fade is not on cooldown. You can do things like this. You can fade to pull back and bait stuff. I'll give you another example, okay? Another pop quiz, okay? This is fun, to be honest. I'll give you this, right? So why am I doing this? Let me close this and open Paint. I'm gonna give you an example with Sigma ult. Okay, let's say enemy Sigma, all right?
Out of the signal. You can also fade out of graph. You can basically cancel a lot of stuff basically.
Okay, with the Sigma thing, it's a little bit different. I want to give you, I want you to think about this answer. This one's a little bit different answer. This is what GM Moira players do. Top 500 Masters. I've seen Moira players do this. Okay, it's literally 500 IQ. This is Sigma, right? He ults like, okay, he ults 4 of your teammates. Okay, 4. That's 4 people. Those green circles are 4 allies. You are one of them. Okay, you are one of them. What should you do as a Moira if you get Sigma ulted with 4 people? What is the first decision that you do? You have Fade, you have Heal Orb. What do you do?
First of all, I fade out, and then as soon as they drop, I just throw my healing orb at them and try to support them as much as possible because they lost half of the health.
That is the response I expected, but I'll tell you what you can do better. What you're saying is not perfect. Right? It's good, but it's not perfect. What you can do is you have Fade, right? You tell him,
Yeah.
you walk up, you try to get Sigma's attention. Even if he keeps hitting you, you keep hitting him. Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. Right? Because obviously when he ults, he can throw down his damage, right? His damage balls, right? And then you throw heal orb if you're low as you're getting hit. And then at the last second, you will fade. Now, the reason I say let Sigma hit you is because if he's hitting you, he's not hitting your team.
Oh yeah, I'm taking all the damage
You're taking
basically.
all that's the thing, right? That's what we talk about when we talk about fade. You are effectively grabbing all the attention to you because you have an easy escape on a 6-second cooldown. It's the easiest escape in the world. You can literally tank shit and you don't care because you're just gonna fade out of Sigma's descend damage, right? And like that, you force all the Sigma balls. I know that sounds weird. Sigma balls on your face, right? But you're fine. You fade away and then you heal the team on when they drop. That's the best thing you
Yeah.
can do. Because imagine if one of the people that he pulled is Ana, right? 200 HP hero. Imagine how fast he's gonna kill Ana. She's dead. Two balls to the face, descent damage, dead. But if he hits you, it's fine. You will live because you have faith. So that's an example. Is that sometimes it's not always the best decision to fade away. You can take some shit a little bit and then you fade because you're grabbing attention on yourself. Anyway, that's just a tip with Moira in that scenario. It's very good. This is what GM Moira players do. This is what the general good Moira players and Masters plus like really really good Moiras. This is what they will do. So that's the one thing I will say for the Moira bad things and good things. All right, who's the last here we can talk about? Brigitte. As for Brigitte, good things that you did. The good things that you did is boop away people trying to touch, which is what you should always do, really. But your boops were very, very good, honestly. Like you booped multiple people in very good way. Booping away heroes that have greatest impact in close range. So we're talking about Hog. You know when Hog was trying to do shit? You like, step back, bitch. Go back, bitch. That's it. What's he gonna do? He has to come close to make full use of his left click. So it's a very good decision you did with Brig there. Um, what else we got? Right, Brigitte, bad things.
Timing.
All I can say is your ultimate usage and making use of heal passive as a team. And I'm sure you already know that because you
Yeah.
mentioned that to me. It's just we can also another thing I would say is using it. We should use alt more in closed corners, close small areas to get most effect on left click. The smaller the map is, the better Brig is. That's just how it is. She becomes way more effective in certain angles. That's the thing with Brig. And finally, I am not the best Lucio, so I don't know how good this advice will be for Lucio, but I know what a good Lucio looks like, and you are decent with him, so I will just maximize this, make sure there's enough room on the damn paint thing. The final thing with Lucio, I'll put it here. Lucio, bad things, good things rather. One, you take aggression on Hanzo slash Ana to make them focus you, as well as potentially get a pick on them. I noticed that you do that often as well. That was really really good. Honestly, that's what Lucio is. And the good thing is, number two, you don't play Lucio passively. Sorry, by the way, if I'm taking too much of your time. I know, like I'm just analyzing.
Don't worry.
I'm just saying, like the last few notes here on what I think you did good with each hero and what you did with bad things with each hero. And the Lucio bad things, your beat farming was good. Honestly, I'm trying to think of a bad thing that you did, but I can't necessarily find it. Oh yeah, yeah, almost dying.
It's the movement. Yeah. Like, the movement is not that good for this. Yeah.
The one thing you did was you almost died trying to get back to the point, which would have been long walk back to team from spawn. On maps like that, where if it's hybrid, you capture and then push the payload. After it's captured, you spawn really far. So that applies to Kings Row, that applies to Numbani, and those kind of maps. So that was almost crucial because you had to farm beat, and you did actually farm it, and you made them win in that fight. So that almost cost you, but it's good that you did it. But generally, we want to be careful there. That's really all I can say about the good things and bad things. Anyway, I hope this advice has helped out, dude. I think mostly your Anna was the best one. Your Moira could be better. Could be better. Hopefully the Fade tips that I gave you helps you with Moira generally, because I really think Moira Fade is one of the best abilities that can literally take attention to yourself and just boom, see you later, peace, just like that.
Also free, get out of free card like every time, like when you fade basically.
Yeah, well,
Like,
Fade what? Sorry.
oh yeah, if you like fade, for example, out of ults or something, or you're getting like chased or something, that's
Yeah,
like a jail out of free card basically for
exactly.
nothing.
Literally, jail, exactly how you just put it. Free card, free card. And sometimes, like with the Sigma example, it's good to take attention to yourself because of that, because it's a free card, and not everyone has a free card. That's the thing. That's why it's like you be the team player and you take the shit from Sigma, and then you fade out so no one else has to eat the shit from him. That's the idea. But yeah, I hope this coach session, I don't know, it's probably been an hour or so, but all my coaching sessions are usually like this. They're quite long. Hopefully these tips have helped out. Overall, Momo, rate the coaching. Was it decent? Did you benefit from this?
They benefited from it. Like there was like small little like details that I missed in certain heroes. For example, like the timing from deals or like more defending aggressively or stuff like that. But I definitely need to improve, and also for Anna like my usage and stuff like that. And I would say like generally I need like a reality check a certain way for like my position and stuff, because I was like really insecure. I was like, am I doing this really right? I don't know.
Your
So
positioning was very good for like in the SR you're in. Your position was very good. I really think that your team was detrimental in most cases. They are sometimes the reason why you lost. And I know that seems harsh, but like imagine your tanks are not touching, your McCree and Lucio are dying, staggering. Like these decisions add up. The only thing that you can do is obviously focus on yourself and improve on your own, because you can't control your teammates. Obviously shot calling is the most that you can do, right? Shot calling is the most that you can possibly do. In terms of what we should do next in a fight. But generally, we can only focus on ourselves. So that's what matters the most. I think for a gold player, you're decent. You know your role. You know what a good healing looks like. But we have some work to do still, right? To become very good.
like I grinded myself to like play multiple like times after like each other, and then I dropped because of school and stuff like that. And now I kind of drop back, and I'm slowly coming back because I changed like sense and like general feeling of like everything, like sense, nano boost sense, like everything, because I wasn't feeling comfortable with like my sense. That's why I like missed a lot of sleep darts. Like my sense was pretty fresh at that time. I had it for like 3 days already, so I'm like kind of getting used to the sense, because I had like a pretty fast sense that was like not good for me. Like I
Gotcha.
missed a lot of like shots when I got flanked. So I'm getting better with the sense, and I'm hoping I can get back to plat and maybe even reach gold,
You
diamond.
I'll tell you from what I saw, you play at least low diamond level. Like it's decent. I think that's your real SR judging from the gameplay that I see. Because trust me, low diamond isn't even that great, to be honest. Like I've been there multiple times. I've been high diamond. I've played in masters. Masters is what I would say the perfect way to play Overwatch, because players are actually very decent there. Not just at their heroes, but at game knowledge. Um, but I will tell you, it's a little bit harder to play Ana in lower SRs due to communication issues. Because sometimes they just really don't know when to play aggressive when people are antied. But when you play in higher SR, people know what anti means, what it does, how strong it is, how it can affect a fight, and just realizing that in high SR game can make the biggest difference. So don't worry about it. I think you will climb. I think you have the knowledge. Your team wasn't perfect, but we're also not perfect. All we can do is improve on ourselves. So that's the max we can do. Do you have any questions? Anything you want to talk about?
Just like the most tilting part for me, personally, it's like for me, I played in like an average of 3K team, like that averaged around 3K, and
Gotcha.
most people were like 3.5 or like 3 point something in that area. And we have played in games that were like 3.2 upwards. and I performed well in them and actually carried some of them. And that's like really frustrating to know that you can perform in these kind of elo games basically. But then you like in gold, and then you see like, ah, fuck, I really want to like go higher, but I can't because sometimes it's my team, but sometimes it's maybe me. I'm not saying like my team's always shit because that's the standard thing
Well,
everybody
sometimes
says.
they
Like,
are. That's the thing. Sometimes
yeah,
they're dog shit. Trust me, it happens. But we can only focus on ourselves, like I mentioned. And I think that if you mentioned that you've played with diamonds and stuff, I think that's where I believe you belong, based on what I've seen. Um, like at least a mid diamond or somewhere there. I think you belong there. So you just gotta
I
keep it up, push through the grind, and I really believe you can make it.
I just thought about like making like a new account and like doing placements there to see like how far I can get with like new fresh account basically. Maybe a good
Absolutely.
idea.
And I think you can. I think you can, honestly. Like you play multiple uh support heroes that you can play pretty well. Like if I can rate every support you played from one to last, I think your Anna's number one, your Mercy number two for sure, and Moira is your number three. I think those are your top three in terms of performance from what I've seen. Your Lucio is really good too. I'd probably put your Lucio as number four as well, number four or three at least. But that's just from what I've seen. You might have done even better from that. This is just one game. Remember, it's just one game. It doesn't mean everything. It's just evaluation of the current map and how you play with those heroes in the current situation. That's all it is. So,
I was never forced to play Lucio, so I guess that's what helped me improve my Lucio massively. Because we didn't have like a dedicated Lucio player, so I was like, okay, I can kind of play Lucio. Let me do it.
yeah, and
So
your
I guess
Lucio was decent with the pickings on Anna and Hanzo. So, I would give you a good rating on the Lucio. But generally, that is pretty much it, really. I think I've squeezed as much info as I can from my brain for this game. Um,
I was planned today, so I'm getting my way back to plan.
dude, I want you to message me if you have like any other stuff you would like to say as well. Like let's say you have something in mind but you forgot, you just tell me in PMs and I'll just PM you back. I'm always on Discord, so you can always PM me there, all right? On whatever it is you wish to speak about, you just PM. All right, bro? All right, so I will catch you around, Momo. Thanks for submitting the code session, and hopefully this has been fun, and hopefully we learned.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, bro. I wish you a good night. Have a good
You
one.
as well.
Peace, bro.
Bye bye.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We can put our volume higher now. Dun 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 dun.